Hello, everyone. How is everybody doing today? I'm here with Caroline from Taro Tales United Kingdom, and we're doing the collaboration today. We're going to do a few questions, and then we're going to go into a meditation for the UK and Europe. So let's see. The first question is yeah, we're gonna have to speed it up because Caroline has an appointment. So, what can we expect to see with the war going on between Israel and Iran? So, I didn't
Yeah.
actually, let's mix up the cards.
But in terms of what though?
Hmm.
Like, I think we shouldn't ask too many in-depth, sort of things about the situation because obviously it's a bit difficult. And I really don't know anything about it. I don't read the newspapers ever. Like, I glimpse at things, and that's it. So I really don't know,
Well,
why they're really having a battle. But I will say one thing. I wrote a couple of things down. Wasn't it the case of I can't remember now. Like I was saying it this morning, when I did my own video, that basically, that wasn't there meant to be peace around the world before you could bring in the Sarah Jasara? And isn't this kind of part of it in a way? This has to sort of be sort of calmed down. But that was just my thoughts on it. But obviously, I don't know what question you want to ask, how you want to ask that. What can we
well,
expect to see, as in terms of what?
a little background, there were peace talks with President Trump and Israel, and that went down the drain because Netanyahu was trying to influence people in his cabinet to go to war, and it just the whole thing with the peace talks and went down the drain. Um, and then Israel ended up attacking Iran,
Right.
and then I think, right, I think, and then Iran attacked Israel, and now like Tel Aviv is in shambles, and like all like talks of peace, and they're trying to draw the United States into World War III. That's what is essentially happening.
Yeah,
Um,
thanks for the summary.
so like we want to see like where are we at with that? And a lot of people do not are a lot of people are not happy about this.
I did see when I glimpsed yesterday at the newspaper, I did see that, it is really sort of focused on America and whether President Trump will get involved.
Right.
And that's kind of my understanding is that's the point we're at now.
Right. All right. So interesting. So I got the Eight of Wands on this, and
Mm,
this is a fast moving card, and it kind of seems like to me, I feel as though things are going to happen really quickly. Maybe even like a resolution. This card also has to do with communication. Um, quick communication, light speed. And then I also got, and this is an eight, so eight changes, like things change. It's not fixed. And then I got five of pentacles.
oh dear.
So that's abandonment to me. Um, Probably the issue is going to be abandoned. Um, and of course, because the United States is funding Israel, if you don't know, and giving them, like arms or whatever, to fight in this war. Exactly what, I don't know. Uh, But this card also, the Knight of Swords, is also like a warrior type of card. So I feel like this issue, it's not like, and even heard today that President Trump, you know, is not he is not for starting a World War III or going to war. Like he even said in the beginning, he's done with, fighting in the Middle East. So I kind of see why there's this like abandonment card there. Um, and then I got the Magician, so that's Major Arcana. Um, so what Magician is more like control and kind of
It feels like it's hedging on something with that magician. And that's why I asked you what exactly is that question, because you could also look at those cards and say that eight of wands looks like to me, well, I don't know how to say this, but it looks like something raining down onto the ground, and then abandonment. So it could also be and a battle. That is actually what's happening now. So it could be both things. That look, they literally look like, I don't know if I can say it though. It's an M word. M-I. Look at the eight of wands. Look what it looks like. It's raining down onto the
oh,
ground.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
MISS.
that's what it
Okay.
looks like. Huh?
Yeah, you're right. It is. It is because and then people are like they have to leave their
Yes.
homes, so they can't
Yeah.
it's uninhabitable. Yeah.
Yes. But now it's sort of hinging on what happens next.
Right. And then the Magician is just like a sticky situation and you kind of have to it's like control, but you kind of have to maneuver and be very careful with the situation and be like a master communicator as well because this guy is the Knight of Swords is swords is communication. So you kind of have to be like a master negotiator with this situation.
Yeah, and as you know, as you said, the magician basically is a tricky card.
Yeah, it's tricky. Exactly. And then I
Mm.
also got King of Cups, which also represents to me hidden elements within this
Yeah,
situation. There's a lot of hidden stuff that,
and he's a psychological. That's a psychological
right, psychological,
card. Right.
right. Oh, wait a second. I also got Ten of Wands, which that's good. That's an ending.
Oh, excellent.
That's actually a good thing. So we're gonna
So
see,
maybe it's hedging on communicating, and maybe they can prevent any more disruption.
right. And the next question is, will it escalate to World War III? So I really don't think so.
Shall we pull cards on that?
Sure.
Let's pull more cards, fresh cards.
All right, you go ahead.
Okay. You remember for a long time, this question has always been bandied around, hasn't it? Apparently, there was ages ago, there was always the idea that this would happen, and then there was the swan event and the scare event and that event and this event.
Right.
Makes you wonder.
I mean, I think it's
Right.
just part of the movie, honestly.
Oh, mine's upside down. Is it meant to be upside? They're all upside down. Aha! It's in order to bring peace and harmony, which is exactly what I said today. I wondered if it was to do with, they have to bring peace to the world. This is probably why the movie hasn't wrapped up yet, because they have to bring worldwide peace in a way to all these countries. Because I now have planning on peace, hoping for peace, and this is down to a decision. It's also to do with two political, could be parties, because the lover is political and fairness and balance. I got the same card you got.
Yes. Yep.
I got the eight of wands. Maybe they'll quickly resolve it. Oh, see what I got. Can you see my cards? I don't know if you can see every card.
Yeah, that's like the deep state.
That's the outcome, though,
Yeah,
actually,
it's the outcome.
quickly. But maybe it's it, okay, it's to do with the environment, looking at a different landscape. It feels like, I don't,
It feels like they're surveying and they're looking to remove, elements of
yeah,
the deep state
yeah,
in different places.
yeah. As I said, I don't know too much about it, but I'm going to pull some of these. I've got the same cards, what I just had. I had temperance. This is about peace. This
Well,
is what
I
they're
pulled
hoping for.
it, I got 0303, taking chances,
Wow.
knowledge, success, friendship, and patience, freedom, optimism. When
Oh, that's
chances present
great.
themselves, seize them and do something out of the ordinary, whether in your professional or personal life, you will find success by welcoming creative impulses and have faith in your own abilities, trust and chance, take risks on opportunities that could change your life for the better. So,
Sounds positive.
and
Sounds like
then I also
I've got,
got feminine forces, 2222.
what does it say underneath?
Relationships, balance, prosperity, efficiency,
Balance.
patience, humility. You can do everything by yourself, but life is to be shared. Partner up with the right spirit, and you'll become a force of honor, commitments, and people around you. Don't judge and listen.
You said the word balance. I've got balance on my card. Find balance and be centered.
Well, feminine forces is temperance, and
Wow.
you got the Empress.
It sounds like there might be still some power struggles, but it sounds like the resolution, hopefully. Oh, yes, the question was, will it escalate to that?
So yeah, if you got the devil, so the question was, yeah, well, um,
It could be like the power struggle. It
yeah, it's a
doesn't necessarily mean it's the whole, it.
yeah, but I don't think that was a yes because if you would have gotten an ace, then that would have been a yes. So I don't think
I think it could be just shifting power. And I agree with you because your card was optimism and I've got temperance, which means at the right time, balance. So I think at some point, I'm going to pull one of these, it will be balanced somehow. Um, I remember reading on this. In fact, I've done a video on my own channel, and I'm pretty much sure I always said no because that was not really part of the plan, was it, really, to have World War III?
three.
Nobody
Yeah.
wants that. So I always felt that it was more, this could be like the scare event, like the start of, well, it is, I mean, let's be honest, it is scary for the countries involved. I'm not going to take that away from them, but hopefully it could be, let's hope it doesn't escalate much worse as such. Oh, look at what I've got. I've got very yellow bright cards. I have transformation, wake up. Interesting. Nettle helps you transform foggy thinking so you can respond to quickly or heated situations by speaking up for yourself in alignment with your own truth without harboring resentment or attachments that can leave you feeling tired, congested, and irritated. Daylily, centering. Daylily is short-lived. Fading after only a day. Maybe that's why you got quick. She reminds you to live in the present with deep understanding. You cannot change things outside of yourself. Daylily encourages you to live in the moment, loosen up, and allow natural processes to flow, to occur in your daily happenings. It sounds like it's just something that needs to happen, but hopefully it won't escalate.
Right. Yeah, something that needs to happen, and it's kind of just saying don't get bogged down by it.
Yeah,
Don't necessarily focus on it, focus on your daily life.
yeah. I mean, like it's saying, like it's out of your control in a way.
Yeah, right. All right. Do you want to go to the next question? Which
Uh,
I don't really know too much about, but What do we need to know about the vaccine passports?
This is the interesting thing. As I was saying, all the things they've been banging about for the last 5 years, this was one of them. It was we were going to have vaccine passports, digital ID, cashless society. And I wanted to point out, because that's one of the next questions, that actually I saw a post saying Sweden turns back to cash. And also I've seen things on Facebook saying, you need to have some cash. And so at the end of the day, you're promoting cash. We were not meant to have cash. So if we're keeping cash, why would the other things be true as well? It doesn't make any sense to me. And that's when I said perhaps it's not true. And I got the feeling this morning, because I only touched on it briefly and I said we were going to do this together. So to watch this, but I got a feeling it's so, they're showing you Agenda 2030, but I just don't think it's actually going to go that far. Maybe there'll be an ending before that happens. They might still be trying it on. Anyway, I've said plenty, but vaccine passports. So of course I went on Facebook and someone saying, oh, vaccine passports are going digital ID. And I thought that ship had sailed.
Vaccine passports. Well, I just want to also add that I was watching, Kimberly Palm,
Oh yeah.
and she was talking about, because she went to Europe and for, I guess whatever, a few weeks or whatever it was. And she said she was in Portugal, and she noticed that they sprayed the sky. And after they sprayed the sky, she noticed that she started getting sick and that people around her were also sick.
Wow.
I can't remember where she went, and she said that everybody was coughing. Um, so it seems like they are trying to make people sick with, and it was, COVID, with COVID again. So
Oh my goodness. You see, this is the thing. I think some things they're still going ahead with it, and some things are being pulled back. I do feel it's a push and pull situation.
oh,
Um,
definitely.
but I think if we end up that far down the road, then why have we got our freedom already? Like, I just feel like it's like the last things they're trying to hold on that little bit more bit of power still, but most of it's gone because cash is staying. What happened to the FEMA camps? Why do you have your freedom? Why aren't you in a permanent lockdown? So it's like, I just think that would have happened like 3 years ago still, when they had us where they wanted us. But now, yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's the white hats sort of telling us, so we think, oh no, Agenda 2030, or whether they're trying it on. But I do think they're trying to create another lockdown now, because they keep talking about it on Facebook. But my feeling is if it was to happen, perhaps it would be turned around for the good.
Oh, of course, because the cat's already out of the bag with that.
Yeah,
And, no one's going to believe them that, it's so horrible or, and, so yeah, I agree with you. I think the minions are around, and that's what the White Hats are trying to do and get, take out the minions so all the evil can leave
yeah,
the earth.
yes,
So
yes.
let me see what cards come
You're
up
going
for
to do
that.
vaccine passports.
For vaccine passports, I got Queen of Cups. So
Past. She's about the past. She's dreary.
yeah, so I mean, also I feel like, yeah, it is the past and maybe even clearing out things from the past. Um, she's
Yes,
also focused.
yes, a lot.
Um, and she's like a water sign, so she's also very psychic. So maybe,
Vaccine passports, traveling, water.
yeah, water. Oh, and then I got three of wands.
So
Hmm.
it's the past agenda, isn't it?
And then the strength card. So yeah, so I mean with that strength card, I don't think it's gonna go very far. It doesn't look like it is. It's just these forces that are taking something from the past
Yes.
and trying to make it seem like it's gonna be another pandemic all over the place, but then, the strength card kind of neutralizes that. So I don't really think that it's gonna go too far.
When I asked this morning, I didn't ask about that. I think I asked about why do we still have cash. I asked something this morning, and I actually had the word clarity, and next to it, it said paths of understanding will open. I think that was the digital ID. I can't remember, but basically, I just thought, well, there you go. We're going to find out. But I also wonder if a lot of this, like over here, certain things they're doing, I just wonder how far they go. They've done the you can terminate your pregnancy. They were talking about it in Parliament last week. For up to the whole time, it's 40 weeks. I don't see that actually happening. I just don't. I think that's a step too far. And I just, if they're, meant to be white hats, that's a step too far. So I don't think that will happen. So I think some things are that we have to see it, that this is what they were going to do, but I'll be staggered if that actually comes to into fruition.
What is that boil a bag?
Yeah, that's how bad it is. You see, they're mocking it. It's terrible. So basically, they're saying apparently someone said they're already doing it in Ireland, and it's not what you think. But apparently they liquidize the body, so no cremation with fire. They liquidize it with some kind of chemicals, and
Ugh.
then basically instead of putting it in the water, they're saying, well, you can just flush it down the, not literally the loo, but they're sort of, that's how far they're taking it. They're like, you could just boil it in a bag.
Oh, that's
But
terrible.
yeah, exactly. So to me, it's like, how can you even talk about it? Even the headlines in the newspapers are saying boiling the bag. I thought it was a joke, and I Googled it, and actually, no, that is what they're calling it. So they're like, oh, you're just disposable. Who cares? Chuck it down the toilet. Chuck it down the toilet. Who cares? You know what I mean? And it's like,
Yeah.
I still think that although it is happening in some places, I don't think that will ever be mainstream. I just think well, we're hoping that this ends soon, but I think that definitely was their plans to make that mainstream and to be just talking about it like it's nothing. The presenters are just going, oh, let's discuss it because it's to do with the carbon footprint. Well, I'm sorry, but you're all still getting on your aeroplanes. So this makes no logical sense. I don't understand why people can't see through these things. It just makes no logical sense. You're recycling your plastic, you're worrying about your carbon footprint, but they're spraying stuff in the skies, if they still are, which you said, Kimberly said they are, still spraying the skies. Uh, but you better not cremate the body. It's just none of it. It's just you got to see it for what it is. It doesn't make sense. But
So
people are so, they just believe. They're like, okay,
so do
okay.
you think that in England people are like there's a large portion of people that are still sleeping?
I think there's a good proportion of people that just are so worn down. They just go, okay. Or they can't even bother to fight. They've lost the fight to even
Oh,
question it. I think a lot of people are awake, but I think a lot of people are just like,
they're
they're too
just
worn out.
yeah, they're burnt out on it.
Yeah.
Oh, we have 1 minute left and then we have to go to the other link.
Okay.
Well, it's good that people are awake at least.
Right. How can you suddenly not see that as soon as our new government came into power, wow, they've just basically shown they don't care about you. I think people are getting worked up, but then they just feel They can't do anything about it. So they have a few little words on Facebook. That's about it.
Okay, now we have to go to the other one.
Okay, I'll join you in the other one.
Start new meeting.
So,
Bill.
Chris, is if we want to go for the other whole half an hour and I don't have time to do the medication. Meditation.
All
You
right,
could
if you
do
don't have
that
time,
yourself.
you can
Add it at the
always
end.
drop out of it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You could do that at the end yourself and you just extend the
Yeah,
video
that's
yourself
fine.
if we need more time.
Um, so anyway, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, so wait, we didn't do the cashless society agenda.
Oh, but we didn't do digital ID. Oh no, vaccine passports. I'm not sure what did we do that one? Oh, you
Yeah,
did
we
it.
yeah,
Put
we
your
did that
cards.
one.
So do you think that's actually not going to happen? Should I pull some cards on it?
Okay, let's do that.
Vaccine cards, as we've got half an hour. Vaccine passports are actually going to happen. Oh, look, this is a change, Chris. Let me see. I can't see. It's so bright here. I can't see. I can't even see my screen, which is kind of annoying because I don't know. Am I in focus?
Yeah, I can
Uh,
see you.
you can see my cards.
Oh,
I
now
can,
my camera's working.
oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. So this is a change. However, a good change
Much better.
or not so good change. So I've got to shuffle again. What was it called? Did vaccine passports.
Oh, I got 7 of Cups for vaccine passports.
Oh,
So that's kind of like
it,
smoke and mirrors. So I don't
yeah.
really think that's real.
Unless it's exactly, unless they're not going to do it,
Yeah,
like
I
it's
don't think
like
so.
died. Okay. So, oh look what I've got. When you do a Kachina, to be honest, sometimes it kind of makes it clearer. It's sometimes really hard, I find, when I pull 3 cards. I find it much more difficult sometimes. I guess it depends on the cards. But oh, hang on. Oh, they've already that's gone. That's gone.
Yeah, that's gone.
Gone. That's gone because that's the past and that's
Yeah.
ended. And now the focus is on renewal. But this was a plan. 3 of Pentacles. This was a collaboration. This was a plan, and this is a strategy. So I think because that's right now they're pretending because he's sneaking away, but he's looking back over his shoulder. I think they're pretending that hey ho, let's try this on. Let's pretend it's still going on. But Temperance is a really nice card. So oh yeah, look, they're still trying it on. Could be that they actually run out like of patience. Like it's been too long. That was their plans. Look, but the actual card was Temperance in the middle. Look, can you see that?
Yep. Yep.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's an agenda that they're trying to push. They're just trying to hold on to control. If
Yeah,
there's control there, push and pull with temperance.
I think it's even saying don't fear their plans because it's all going to be renewed. I just see the chains. This is to chain you. Those
Right.
vaccine passports are nothing to do with whatever they're supposed to be to do with. Exactly what you just said. They're to keep you from traveling.
And then you want to do the cashless society?
Oh yeah. So oh hang
Cashless.
on, we didn't do digital ID.
Oh, digital ID. Okay. So digital ID.
You know the what's it called, Chris? I can never remember the name of it.
Digital
The
ID.
CDC, whatever it
I
is.
don't even know.
No, no, do I. Shows how much we care. And if we don't care, probably you shouldn't either.
Digital ID. I don't know.
Digital ID. How can you do digital ID if Sweden are taking back cash? can't really control people when there's cash involved.
Hmm. You're doing the Kachina? All right, I'm gonna do the Kachina.
What is the digital ID about? Digital ID. Oh, it's financial, isn't it? Of course it is.
So ID.
Because I've got the King of Pentacles in the past. This could be exposing a hidden plan. Digital ID. I've got a celebration in the outcome. Digital ID. It looks like that's going to get shut down.
Well, I got King of Cups, and then I got Six of Pentacles, but then I also got
Who's
the
using cash?
Emperor, uh Nine of Swords, and Five of Cups. So I mean, there's gonna I don't think this is definitely stepped back. Um, but the
Yeah.
outcome is Six of Pentacles. So
Six of Pentacles. Is it the outcome?
yeah, so I think maybe there could be a different version of this coming out, but the original idea is definitely being stepped back because I mean, Five of Cups is a disappointment.
Yeah. And I've got a celebration, and you've got a, what was it? He's giving him money, cash.
Yeah,
He's giving him cash.
right. So I don't, yeah, I mean, I don't think, I mean, the idea was to control with the emperor. You know, there
Yes.
was a structure, there was a control to cause fear and upset people, but I don't, the outcome is Six of Pentacles, so I think maybe it has to do with whatever Nasara and Jasara or whatever system
Yeah.
we'll be getting,
Yeah,
which
because you've
is
got a generous card. I've got a
right,
celebration, and also this looks like surrender to they wanting to get rid of cash, and this is cash that's been going along for a long time, and
right,
that's security as well. I've got the death card and strength. Sun's coming up, strength. This is digital ID. How on earth would we be getting cards for Nasara, prosperity, and all of that if this was actually going to come to pass?
right,
Makes no sense, does
right.
it?
It
I'm
doesn't.
saying I've got confidence, be what you want to see, assertiveness, longevity, plan for and take the dedicated path. And I'm sure if there was a nice cash card, then I would have got it.
Yep, I got
Optimism.
energy levels. 1 2 or 2 1 2 1 21 21 energy levels.
What does it say underneath?
Prosperity, harmony, journey, waiting,
Oh,
discipline,
prosperity.
exaggeration, the opposite sex.
Prosperity.
Yeah, so
Maybe they're leading you to believe it's the digital ID, and then they're going to turn around, shut all the banks, and say, hey, have some money, you are your own banker. Why don't you ask that one?
are we going to be our own bankers?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we going to be our own bankers?
We've still got 20 minutes of time.
Are we going to be our own bankers? I got, ooh, justice.
Oh, so I've struggled to believe that digital ID will ever come to pass.
No, I don't think so. The justice cards. And I got, oh wait, and the next card is Ace of Swords. So yes, we are.
Yippee!
So legally, we will be our own bankers. You know,
Oh,
we're gonna have
fantastic.
that freedom. We're gonna have more freedom.
Wow. And that could be a retribution as well, because we have been written through contracts to pay interest.
Yeah, usury, which is
Yes,
illegal.
yes. So that's why you'd have that card.
Yep, makes sense.
Cashless society.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a cashless society.
Should we do that one?
Cashless society? Okay.
And then I have another point. Cashless society. Hmm.
Is there going to be a cashless society? I got the Fool.
Did you? I got the Wheel of Fortune. We both got a major card. They're
So
going to be blindsided.
so basically it's going to go, but it's kind of but you got Page of Wands and they're both going in the same direction. So, I mean,
Yes.
and I think
Mm.
it's gonna change and we're gonna go in in another like in a different direction.
And it's a cashless society.
Gonna switch over.
He's about trusting the Wheel of Fortune. It will change. New
Yeah.
direction. Well, as I said, Sweden already have decided to keep cash. So all those builders will be feeling rejoiceful because I had one the other day who said to me, I said, I could transfer you some money. No, 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 I only take cash. Okay. Oh, look at this. Power. Take hold of what you know is yours. Endurance. Hold on. You can do this. Endurance. So cash will be endurance is a long time. That must be a real blow to them because they really
Ooh,
want to
great
control the
shift,
people.
right? Yeah, what 11/22, great shift.
Oh wow, fantastic. And we had major cards as well, remember?
Right. Yep.
So like you can't really budge from that very well. What do I get here? Will we go with cashless? So I said this morning, you've got to stop looking at the newspaper headlines because it's not going to do you any favors. So many people still think this is going to happen. Restoration. Cash will be restored. Lavender's restorative and purifying energy and aroma calms and uplifts your mind and body, easing feelings of stress and agitation. Your earthly distractions, we know, and rejuvenating your soul so you can truly feel and radiate inner peace and harmony and continue to count your coins and shove your money under your mattress. That's what they used to do in the olden days.
All right.
I wanted to say something actually. I don't know if you want to do this one as well, otherwise I'll do it on the side another day. But as we've still got 15 minutes, you know, Brad on my channel, he's in San Francisco and I think he used to be like in the military, whatever, anyway. So he's got buddies that are still in the military and he's always spotting things that are going on. And he tells me, so, you know, it's helpful because you actually see things that are actually happening, you know, loads of ships going here, there's lots of action there. Well, they must be doing something. And he said, I don't understand this bit. He said that one of his friends told him that the National Guard were called up, part of the National Guard, and said, you have to take leave of absence for 60 days. He said that brings us up to mid of August. This is America, so I don't know much about America's plans, but why would they be taking leave of absence now when you think we need them more? You need them more now than later. What's going on? Are they letting them have a holiday because they know they need them in August?
So
Like, does
wait.
that make any sense to you?
So what do you mean like leave of absence? Like they're using them
No,
to
because I got the impression that they've been told to have a holiday and then they're going to, well, oh, hang on a minute. Maybe he means the opposite. That's how I read it. When I first read it, I thought what he meant was they're coming off their leave of absence. But then I reread it and he said they've been told to take leave of absence. So are they planning to say, hey, have a holiday now because we're going to need you more in August?
That's
What's happening in August? He just mentioned August. So what's going on in
live
August?
representatives I've talked to. You sent this to me, Southern California, Missouri.
Yeah, have you got it?
They have all taken a leave of absence for 60 days. That puts us middle of August. Also, US Navy works big time with the Marines. Also, destroyers are right off our coast. Yeah, I'm not sure. It doesn't really specify what he means by that.
Yeah, but then if we just push that aside, what's happening in August?
Oh, maybe it's a leave of absence from National Guard duty until August because they're needed.
Somewhere else.
Right, exactly. That's what I think he means.
Yes, because he said, I feel like it's kicking off now.
Right. Because that it wouldn't make sense for them to take a vacation now for
Yeah,
60
that's what
days.
I thought. I thought, what's going on? That's the way I interpreted it. Sorry, Brad. That's just me being thick. But yeah, you'd think with everything going on at the moment as well, it's very risky at the moment with everything going on in the world. So is something going to happen in August? Shall we ask that?
Okay, if you want to ask
Are
that.
we going to have, are we going to finally have our freedom in August? I feel like we'll be sitting in next year. Are we finally going to have our freedom in 2029?
So August, are we gonna have our freedom?
Oh, I've got authenticity. Queen of Wands.
Let's see, August, freedom. Ah, my cards just fell. Let's see. I
She's
got
like,
King of Swords. Oh, you
oh,
got Queen of Wands?
yeah, yeah. Authenticity. He's about the truth.
That's funny. Yeah. Mm.
Justice, the truth. Authenticity.
Maybe things are gonna be a lot clearer by August
You'd like to
or
think
the
so.
end of August.
Still got July to get through yet. Oh, greatest wish on the bottom. I've got this is justice, so I'm going to pick that and cheat because I know that's justice, but I'm going to pick it anyway. Justice, new beginning. I've got the Queen of Swords. You had the King. I've got a celebration. Oh, wouldn't it be nice?
Money.
Yes, new beginnings. Could be power. Oh, isn't the
Military.
emperor institutions? Could be banks, you're right. But it also could be like the power structure. You know, they're rigid. That's about being rigid. Well, I have the Knight of Cups. So, the could be that the for other countries that this battle is fought. It would be nice to think it was near the end. What else have you got?
Well, I got Four of Swords for August, so maybe we'll actually be able to rest.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah.
And Nine of Wands and the
God,
Emperor.
I got the Emperor too. I got the Emperor too. Emperor. Isn't that about systems of authority?
Yeah. So I mean nine, that's like they're kind of standing on their last legs.
Yeah. Funny that we both got the same card. I wonder if the systems of authority kind of fall, it breaks down.
Yeah, because You got like you got the cups. What was that card?
Knight of Cups. This one.
No, before that, you got the was it Five of Cups? Yeah, Five of Cups.
Yeah.
And I got Nine of Swords, so
Yeah.
oh, I got Five of Cups too.
No way.
Yeah.
Do you think it could be the banks?
And Abandonment, I got Five of Pentacles too.
So
So
it's either sort of systems of a
oh, and then the Sun. I got the Sun.
could be abundance.
So I
So
think it's August. There's a lot that's going to be wrapping up. And certain individuals that are going to be on their way out. And then it's, the sun, which is,
radiant blessings and
yeah, optimism.
prosperity. Yeah, it could be as well that the banks finally go because we've got more and more banks closing. And this is why people think we're going into the digital
Like a
world.
lot of systems collapsing in August. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, I've got renewal. Oh my goodness me, I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited. Wait, the call. Oh, it just flew. I'm so excited. The cards are flying. I've got communication and wisdom, ancient wisdom, and positive and negative communication. But on these two cards, I have assertiveness, rise up, stand stronger and true, and renewal, time to begin again, stronger, better. I'd love to know, do you want to pull some more cards? I'd love to know if it's the banks or the power structure, because it's hard to determine.
Banks.
Well, only because I had the Ace of Pentacles, but then the Emperor. I didn't see any King of Pentacles, so I'm tempted to think,
For the bank. Oh, Wheel of Fortune.
oh, interesting.
So it's going to shift, it's going to change. Um, and then Seven of Cups. So I think we're going to have choices because that's not badly aspected. And the Magician. So we're definitely going to have choices and maybe even be educated on different modalities concerning investments.
Yeah, wow. I also
'Cause-
wonder if it is governmental as well, kind of thing. It's got to come to a point at some point, hasn't it? I mean, ours is just ridiculous. It's so bad. You know, we've been doomed. Doomed from the day they got in, and all the people that said, "Oh, let's vote them in." I've never seen so many awful headlines in my entire life.
yeah, it's been
Shocking.
crazy. You have 5 minutes, by the way.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, oh, you're right. Do you want to continue on your own?
Yeah,
Because
that'll
five
be
minutes
fine.
isn't really long enough. So is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll get into the meditation.
Okay, well, thank you for having me on your channel. I think everybody should add Chris, because if you add her, I said this morning in my video, if 500 of you just add her, you don't even have to watch, just add her, she could get monetized, and that would be a really nice thing because she's working for free. She's trying to hold down a full-time job as well. So you never know. Let's wish you luck.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for that.
Thank you. Thank you for
Thanks
letting
for
me be on
coming
your
on.
channel.
It was fun as
Bye.
usual. All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So I wanted to get into a little healing meditation, healing activation for the UK in Europe, just to try to speed things up. Uh, Meditation does help, and everything in this realm of existence is changeable. It is just a matter of elevating our vibration to manifest the change. And we all have that power to do this. And we all have to remind ourselves and remember That's the key, remembering who we are, uh, in order to change and manifest this. So this is going to be a guided meditation. So let's get into it. You can sit down with your back straight, feet flat on the floor, and let's see, close your eyes. And we want to pray for protection first. Mother, Father, Creator, Yeshua Christ, put protection over us for me and my audience and everyone in the UK and in Europe. I put the bubble of protection around them. And then we can take 3 breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. And just relax. Take a moment to relax and slow things down. Focus. Relax even further. Let any tension just melt away, slip away into nothingness. And then what you want to do is the first thing is to imagine the energy from the earth going into your feet, into your legs, to your calves, into your kneecaps, into your thighs, into your buttocks, into your waist, into your stomach area, into your chest, into your shoulders, then into your neck. Energy all throughout your head and out through the top of your head into the universe. And then we're going to go reverse the energy from the universe to the top of your head, to your face, to your neck, to your chest, into your stomach, into your buttocks, to your thighs, into your legs, and down onto your feet into the earth. Okay. Now we are going to open up the heart chakra and activate the heart chakra. We're going to imagine your heart chakra opening up. You also have to let go of any negative feelings, any resentments, any fear. Just let it go. Let it disappear into the universe. because really it doesn't exist. So we're opening up our heart chakra, opening up our heart chakra. Open it up even further, even more, as much as you can. And then you're going to imagine a ball of light penetrating the heart chakra, going into your heart chakra, healing your heart chakra. A very, very, very bright, beautiful white light. And just sit on that thought for a few moments. Now, we are going to take that light and we are going to spread that light all around you. I want you to spread the light in your home. Envision it as a bright white light engulfing your home. Then I want you to expand on that light even further. Envision that bright light engulfing your town that you live in. Then, after you've done that, I want you to expand that light even further. Envision that light engulfing the country that you live in. And send the country that you live in love, light, and love. Then the next step will be expanding it even further, the light and the love, to all of Europe, to all of Europe, to all the people that need healing, to all the people that may not have the best of intentions. Expand it. Send it throughout Europe. And envision it clearing everything and purifying everything, all of the land. Now we are going to come back. Slowly open your eyes. That was nice. And thank you so much for watching, and always love and peace. You can hold the line. You are strong. Don't give up. You are a light of God, a child of light. Never forget that. Again, thanks for watching and have a great one. Take care.